Hi everyone, I'm Teresa. In the last chapter I read you of Amelia Bedelia makes a splash, book 11, was chapter 10. So today I'll read you chapter 11, which is called A Little Cricket Told Me. The next week zoomed by. The weather turned hot and humid. Dragonflies filled the air and the crickets were chirping like crazy. It's too early to be so hot, said Peggy, glancing at her watch. I'm already sweating, said Alicia. Even my sweat is sweating, said Amy. This is a cricket, and this is a dragonfly. Oh, charmant, said Annette. At least the lake will be warmer, said Amelia Bedelia. Hey, Amy, how hot is it? Asked Alice. Amy wore a watch that told the time as well as the temperature. She pressed a button. Time, 8:18 a.m., said the watch. And it's 82 degrees, said Peggy. Temperature, 82 degrees, said the watch. The girls stared at Peggy. Okay, we give up, said Alice. How did you know the temperature? Peggy told them her secret while they waited for Miss Evans and the morning announcements. At 8:30 sharp, Miss Evans arrived. Wakey, wakey, campers, she said. We are celebrating the halfway point of our summer with our traditional scavenger hunt. Your counselor has your marching orders. Be back by 12:30 or be square. This is a thermometer, and this is Echo Woods Lore paper, which says, Camp Echo Woods Lore. How do you tell the temperature by listening to a cricket? Easy. Male crickets make a chirping sound by rubbing their wings together. They do this to attract females. But if you want to know what the temperature is, do this. Count the chirps in 14 seconds, then add 40 to get the temperature in Fahrenheit. Example, 42 chirps in 14 seconds, 42 plus 40 equals 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The cabin that finds the most wind. And remember, if you find the 10th thing on your list, you are the immediate champion. Break a leg today will be a scorcher, but don't get hot and bothered. If you start feeling queasy, see the nurse, pronto. Lots of luck, ladies, said Peggy, handing Alice the list of items. You're on your own without me, but stick together like glue, please. Alice read the list out loud. An ice cube, a thermometer, a popsicle stick. Seriously, everything makes me think about being hot, said Alicia. Let's think cool thoughts, said Amelia Bedelia. Icy cold ideas. The straight-as waded through the shimmering heat and humidity. I'm on a silver sled and I'm sliding down a mountain, said Alice. Cool, said Annette, shutting her eyes as though she were imagining that. I'm making a snow angel, said Alice, doing the jumping jacks. I'm making snow angels in my bathing suit, said Alicia. A shiver ran through Amy. Bird, I'm feeling frosty. Amelia Bedelia couldn't think of anything cool to say, but she loved how they sang a lot of songs at Camp Echo Woods. This is an ice block. This is a popsicle stick. This is a fan. And this is Alicia making a snow angel in her bathing suit. Tilting her head back, Amelia Bedelia belted out a song that celebrated the cold. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of step hen when the snow lay around about, deep and crisp and even. As soon as they stopped laughing, the other girls joined in at the top of their lungs. They sang about cold and frosty weather. They sang about sleds and snowmen and skating. Holding up her hand for silence, Alicia said, "Quiet, I'm taking the temperature." 14 seconds and 45 chirps later, she announced, 85 degrees. All morning, the players' girls dragged themselves from one end of the camp to the other. Soon it was almost time for the scavenger hunt to end. They paused at the big map of the camp on their way back to the dining hall, and Alice took stock of what they found. Okay, we have the ice cube, a thermometer, a popsicle stick, a piece of moss. We shouldn't have gotten the ice. We shouldn't have gotten the ice cube first," said Annette, pouring water onto the ground. "We're not doing so hot," said Alice, "and we're getting hotter and hotter," said Amelia and Bedelia, swaying a little bit. This is Amelia and Bedelia singing. These are bells. These are crickets. This is a snowman. And these are more crickets. "Uh-oh," said Alice. "Sit down before you fall down." Amelia and Bedelia sat in the shade. She leaned against the trash can painted with daisies. She closed her eyes and began counting chirps. Then she did the math. 88 degrees. "What's the 10th thing on the list?" asked Annette. "Maybe we can still find that." "A litter bug," said Alice, "which is super weird." Sweat was streaming down Amelia and Bedelia's cheeks, almost as if she was crying. Be cool, she whispered, wishing that snow lay around about, deep and crisp and even. "Well, someone has made it in the shade." Amelia and Bedelia looked up. Miss Evans was towering over her with the camp nurse next to her. "We got reports that you Polaris girls were delirious," said Miss Evans, "and singing about snowmen in 90-degree heat." This is a litter bug. This is Amelia Bedelia looking like she's dizzy. And this is Amelia Bedelia leaning on the trash can with Miss Evans and the school nurse watching. 88 degrees, actually, said Amelia Bedelia. "I stand corrected," said Miss Evans. "I sit sweating," said Amelia Bedelia. She stood up, but she was still wobbly. "Feeling dizzy?" asked the nurse. "Try lowering your head." Amelia Bedelia did. When she opened her eyes, she was looking at the world upside down. The first thing she saw was the trash can. "Gotcha," said Amelia Bedelia. She went over to the trash can and turned it upside down. Litter spilled onto the ground. "She's delirious," said the nurse. "Number 10, litter bug," said Amelia Bedelia. "Hats off to you, Amelia Bedelia," said Miss Evans. "No one in all the years of Camp Eccles has ever found it before, although your mother came close. You caught the litter bug." The straight as gathering around the upside-down trash can. The daisies did not look like daisies anymore. They looked like a creepy, crawly spider thing with yellow eyes and spiky hair. "Hooray!" shouted Alice. "Incroyable," said Annette. Just then, something furry and fast ran past the girls and dove into the pile of litter. "Finally!" Amelia Bedelia shouted, grabbing her collar and burying her face in finally soft fur. This is Amelia Bedelia looking upside down and seeing a trash can upside down. This is Amelia Bedelia having the upside down trash can. And this is Amelia Bedelia with finally. Why Hi, welcome back, said Miss Evans, turning to greet Amelia and Bedelia's parents. She gave Amelia and Bedelia's mother a big welcome home hug, then led everyone up to the dining hall. This is Miss Evans with Amelia and Bedelia's mother. Okay, bye everyone. Read you chapter 12 next time.